Let's get started. All right. Welcome. And this is our second episode here of a Baldur's Gate 3 all AI party playthrough. We pretty much just wrapped up a long rest right here. The idea is that we're essentially, I'm not going to control any of these companions. They're all going to be AI controlled. We've got a couple of some mods to ease the gameplay, make it a little bit more fun. And we also have mods that are going to help to balance out the combat, because we're also going to be using a increased party limit mod. That's how I have 5 characters there. But the real fun thing is that it's me, our Tav here, Joe the Half-Orc Ranger, and that's all we have to control. So without further ado, let's dive. I'm just now for the first time questioning this decision. Diving down into this temple, I could go grab... Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there?
Always worth a shot at the deception or performance here. I forgot to add a bonus. All good. All good.
Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
If you didn't watch the last video, you'll be able to find the VOD on my YouTube channel at The Great Matsby, or you can find it down in the Twitch as well. Okay, right into some combat is kind of nice. This is an Honor Mode playthrough as well, so I've never actually completed an entire Honor Mode, so I'm probably in for a couple of surprises. This stuff down here is pretty standard.
Only dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is doctors. Not here.
Okay. That's the real question, is how do we approach this next fight? Start by looting everything on the ground. There we go. I took a quick dive through my inventory between the sessions here just to see if we picked up any loot that was worth equipping. Didn't see anything that was too interesting. We do still have the great sword. That's going to be nice. I don't have any more arrows than the one. And for Shadowheart, we're hanging on to these enchanted gloves for Karlach. I think they might be pretty useful. But one of the things I'm going to try to do here is... and I'm just not going to be able to. You know what, I bet you I didn't pick up my candle over there. I'm going to dip my weapon in this candle. And then see if I can go start the combat here. How many turns do you get dipped in fire on your weapon? Give me a high initiative, please. Okay. Interesting choice. Man, this is actually dangerous. I could be in trouble here. Am I gonna do any fire damage? Yeah, it looks like it. That's just a wooden barrel. I'll risk it here for the oil. There we go. And I think we can get rid of Mari. That Carlos guy is going to be a problem. All of these people are going to be a problem. This might be the end of this campaign, this run. Okay. Okay, Barton's down. And we are in trouble. I didn't think about this combat being so difficult right out of the gate here. Tell me that got Barton. Oh, who did that? That was Gale. Whoever shot that door, I think it was the ice. Well, that might have saved me. Okay, Gale, do some magic here. Literally and figuratively. That was crazy. What a crazy thing to choose to do. Now, I mentioned in the last session that I didn't want to leave Witch Bolt on Gale because he will burn spell slots on recasting Witch Bolt or casting Witch Bolt and something else that requires concentration. Come on. It's a good get. Alright. There we go. Okay. Feeling better about my team here. Just sprinting across ice is such a crazy choice. I don't think the AI is going to be smart enough to open the door. I'll take that. As a ranger, I feel like the bonus action economy is pretty poor. What can I do? Is there any like kind of trap that I can lay? Probably just getting too creative here. Just need to go for it. Yeah, that's pretty much. It's a waste of a bonus action, but I didn't want to risk slipping. Oh, that was my action to use. That's cheeks. Oh man. That's a bummer. These additional enemies are gonna tighten up a lot of these combats. Gale dying here is a pretty canon event. Ooh. Okay. That was a choice. Oh, killed by ice. I'm in trouble. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. I have active concentration on Hunter's Mark, but I've got plenty of spell slots. I wonder if I have another candle. I'm gonna have to use this just to get us out of the these early levels where these are incredibly dangerous combats. There it is. Okay. Such a trick, such a cheat for early game. If I shoot her, does it, you think it'll light that thing on fire? I doubt it. Okay, that's helpful. I'm gonna just run back here a little bit. Maybe throwing a potion at Gale would have been helpful there, but yeah, I think I started to say earlier the AI doesn't do a good job at healing each other. They do a decent job at healing me, but they won't be doing. Gale's not gonna be saved. Gale's gonna die. Oh man. Okay. Never mind. Good job, Shadowheart. There we go. We've wasted so many actions on non-damage dealing things. I'm glad he used that. Alright, Lizelle, time to actually do something here. Killed him. He's gonna drop that weapon anyways. And she's got a death wish. Cool. Still dipped in fire. Who's the most dangerous here? She's bleeding and burning, bleeding and burning. Bleeding and burning. Bleeding and burning. Okay, and Mari goes after Gale. I think this, just taking out the lowest, is my best option here. I don't think I should screw around. I think I should... It's not a waste. That was foolish. Okay, another one down. Gonna run away from the fire. I actually love this dungeon, even though it's like kind of the like demo dungeon. Oh, this is another thing that happens when you when a character dies. When they come back, the automated combat condition is not on them still. So well, I'm being gifted a use of Gale's turn here, and I'm going to try to use it wisely. Is there... Who's... Okay, she still has a turn. I think Thunder Orb is my best bet there. Very nice. Try to move him out of harm's way. And then I'll turn this off and back on. And that's... In a weird way, it's like a... I'll take that action. I'll take getting a chance to use Gale, even though I'm doing this fully like AI origin party playthrough. When he dies during combat in these early ones, I'll take the free action to rebalance the fight in my favor. Okay. I'm gonna feel that way. That pucker. I'm gonna feel that probably for every one of these early fights. Let's loot all these bodies. We got all of them. And everything that's on the ground as well. That loot spell is nice, but it's gonna let you... It's gonna purposefully and accidentally allow me to loot things that aren't... would be harder to get to in some circumstances. So I'm gonna run in here. I like to grab as many of the books as I can too. I don't know why. I don't think you get like you have mods enabled. Achievements are disabled, so it's not like I'm going for the bookworm achievement or anything. Alright, it's time for a short rest. And a long strider here for Gale. Okay. Let's try not to spend too much time like digging through loot, but some of these could be useful. Oh yeah, like that half-plate armor, which I think is added by a... I'm gonna equip that for myself. I think the half-plate is added by one of those combatants that's new, or added to the game with the additional enemies in regular fights. Explosives good. I'll read through all of those later. Shields are going to be good, and I think that would be a good move to... Okay, let's take a look here. What's our AC for Shart? That's the chain shirt. I'm probably going to put her in the chain, or in the half plate, and I'm going to put...
Despite everything.
That's a cute dress, Joe. I'm going to put him in the scale mail here. I think that'll do. I'm torn between... I can really boost AC here if I just go ahead and throw a shield on it. I think I'm going to. Because he's a... You might as well make him hard to hit. I'll also give one to Gale. That's one of the nice things about Gale is that he can use a shield and cast so that... Wait a second. Did his AC not change at all? Oh, I'm dumb. And what's the plus on AC for mage armor? Let's take a look here. To 13 plus the dex mod. What scale is dex? Plus 1. So 14. I've never tried putting a caster in like light armor. Is it okay? Is it allowed? Yeah, we'll try it later. Anyways, I've got some dungeon diving to do. Dungeon delving. I wonder how many people skip this entirely on their like consecutive playthroughs. They just don't even bother coming in here.
This place wasn't built for the living.
I'm gonna stick to the same, pretty much the same format that we did yesterday. I'd love to try to like experience as much of the story as possible. We have some mods to help make that a little bit easier. I'm gonna try to stay quiet as much as I can stand to, and some of the dialogues and things like that. This is a situation where I'm gonna send in Asterion. I could cheese this with the loot all mod.
Traps.
I feel like it's worthwhile to go ahead and try to get it anyways. Oh, did he not notice this? He didn't notice it. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger.
Wish to live in more interesting
Okay, I lied.
times.
So what I'm gonna do is run in here and loot everything.
Strange.
And
I wonder what it's worth.
go ahead and loot the ground too while I'm in there. Hopefully the steering won't blow up. I tried to do it the honest way. Didn't pay attention to his perception check. That's on me. Okay. Let's switch to Astarion. Let's get him out of here. It's a classic, like, Ralph from The Simpsons, I'm in danger moment. Cool. Oh, you can't change that when they're turn-based mode. Get out, buddy. Oh, he might be going anyways. Whew. Walk it off, champ. Okay. These skeletons in the next room are concerning me a little. I really wish I had Karlach. Or even Will. Alright. Shadow Heart, what are we working with here spell-wise? They're fairly depleted on spells. Yeah, fairly depleted on spells, although I think I can give him a second level spell slot back. And short
That
rest.
helped.
And he doesn't get Arcane Recovery back at a short rest.
No
Okay.
one back home will ever believe this.
A paladin would be nice too. Just throw some lay on hands here. How many, I wonder how many health potions I have.
Blood? No, never mind.
One of those mods that I've added is this, like, this. The, convenient containers, or something to that effect. Which just kind of consolidates a lot of your consumables into like, you know. Oh, that was a waste of one. But when you're looting literally everything and you're starting to pile up a lot, it's kind of nice. It's worth it.
Armed scribes. No sign of a struggle.
Okay. Don't know why I saved. Let's pointless.
I wonder what was so subversive.
Loot these scribes
Commanded protection.
and take their weapons off them. That'll give us some assistance.
That's Jurgle, scribe of the dead. I didn't
I'm
think
gonna
anyone still
strategically
worshipped.
place everybody around the room.
I wonder what the next move is.
I'm gonna put Shadowheart up here, where multiple can see her.
Ready and willing.
I'm gonna put Gale back here where you can run and hide.
Like
I'm gonna put Lizelle over here so she's within reach of multiple. I'm gonna put Astarion over here. Because if he rolls high in initiative, which is another mod that I've added, is the traditional like D20 initiative.
No time to rest.
Instead of like, I guess before in the game it was like 1d4. If he rolls high in initiative, I'll probably need his help because I've found that sometimes a couple of skeletons will spawn in here when I push the button with that, you know, additional enemies mod.
That might be worth a look.
Okay, here we go. I'm going pretty haphazardly into these combats. You know, I could have probably looted. I don't know if looting goes through the door or not, but if it would have, it might have helped me out here. Because, let's check. Okay, there's none there. Well done. Early elimination. Ah, I should have put Lizelle right next to him. Yeah, I'm used to seeing a couple of skellies spawn in there, so trying not to just run up and immediately. Okay, he's later in the initiative order. He's earlier, but I'm not going to be able to kill him in one round. This is why we love our Dread Ambusher. There it is. Oh, does that mean I can use a hamstring? I wonder if he's capable of being hamstrung. That would be nice if I could slow him down. Okay. Let's see what the rest of them do. What was... Oh, fainting attack. Nice. That's a lot of damage for level 3. Okay. Okay, this is well in hand. We'll be fine. Yep. Thanks to that shield. See, I expected Shadowheart to turn a lot of these undead. Huh. A lot of these undead earlier, but she rolled a low for that, you know, initiative. Okay. We're cooking. We're getting through here. If I leave, provoke an attack of opportunity. I never use ensnaring strike. Might as well. It really doesn't hit. I wonder if there's a mechanic behind the scenes that I'm unaware of. That wow. That it causes ensnaring strike to not hit that much. Like if you need really high wisdom or what it goes against. I should read the spell better. Did that heal? That can't. I don't think skeletons can receive healing, can they? Some good damage there. It's a big hammer. I think having him be capable of doing the rakish sneak attacks is pretty nice for this fully automated run, where I can kind of get away with him just taking his sneak attack damage on every single turn. Really hitting fairly well here. I think he can tank another round. Got enough damage that's going to be output here through our party that I think we'll be alright. He's got this Gale we picked up after the Nautiloid crash. Picked up a ring that gives Gale telekinesis every turn, which is crazy. If I were the one able to use it, well, I suppose I could. If I were able to use it, that's like a level 5 spell every single turn with no spell slot cost. You can do some pretty good damage with telekinesis. And he's not going to use it very well. But I'll be interested if / when he does utilize it. Like I said in the last session that we did, it's playing this game in this manner is it makes you kind of like cheer on. Oh nice, he's used his reaction already. It makes you kind of cheer on your party in a way that you wouldn't if you were controlling them. You'd be like laser focused in on getting them to do whatever it is that you feel is optimized. Should be it right here. Wow. So old boys hanging on. Okay.
These boots have seen everything.
Am I? Yeah, he's hunter's marked. Okay. Hi, AC. Come on.
They didn't want to
There it
surrender
goes.
valuables, even after death.
Fools. Rising from the dead just to protect some
I
dusty old forges.
think I probably just looted Withers. Let's group all of us here. Probably just looted his sarcophagus, but I didn't know this sarcophagus could be
One
looted
sarcophagus.
until well after my first 2 complete playthroughs. I knew Withers came out of it. I didn't know you could just go back into it and rummage through and get stuff out of it. Standard big naturalist mod has to be used. Has to be used.
So he
Close up
has
on the feet there,
spoken,
Larian.
and so thou standest before me, right as always.
Huh.
What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
What a good question.
I am not the same as those thou hast slain, if that is what thou askest. Wilt thou answer my question?
Yeah, sure, man.
So I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
I've actually never known which of these I feel like answering, responding the most. Depends on the mortal. Feels very like what the Ranger Joe would say. It's kind of sense of I have an idea of right and wrong, and I can judge.
We have
And then
met, and I know thy face.
Withers begs a pretty good question there,
We will
and that
see each other again at the
who are you to
proper
judge her?
time and place.
By what standard?
Farewell.
Okay, the strange figure said that he would see us again. He was probably the ruin's greatest secret, but now there's no harm in checking for more valuables.
Wizard's quite worthless with a tired mind.
Okay, I like this sword a lot. I've played with it. I've
I would follow.
been given it a couple of times through this random loot mod. +1 damage with this weapon for each successful attack up to 5. It's really nice. 2 necrotic to living creatures affected by bone chill. Nope. +2 to cantrip attack rolls. Probably not. Oh, that increases every 3 levels. That could be nice. Wrath of the Spirits. If you have a bestial heart, this is the rage. This is like the raging druid kind of. Helm of the Righteous. Using righteous clarity. Great. So that's for a paladin. Got the coin and a Dark Justiciar mask. The Honor Blade's really the best one. Is it finesse too? Oh yeah. Okay, Joe gets to use that. We're gonna equip our main man here. A lot of times I would put that on like Will or anybody else that kind of needs it. Well, I guess Will might not need Dex, but yeah, your dexterity-based longswords aren't particularly uncommon, but they're certainly not as common as a regular longsword. Okay. In keeping with typical like D&D balancing and kind of pacing fashion, 2 combats
Looks like someone wanted to bury
per
this.
long rest is what we're looking at here, especially in these early levels. Ooh. I think if I have Shadowheart read this, I get an inspiration.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive log.
I don't know if this book becomes anything more, but I always like to pick it up and carry it with me. Beautiful.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Okay.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
There it is. I don't know too much about the Sundering. There's a TikToker who's been doing a bunch of like just D&D lore content, and every time I come across his videos, I have to stop and listen because it's just so fascinating. Some of the like old D&D lore, and of course being a fan of this game as much as I am, when you realize the Zhentarim have been around for so long, and all these other factions and all these other things, and the history behind Karsus and Gale's whole problem, it's pretty neat. You can't accuse the D&D world for being lore thin or light. Feels like a sin to have a ranger fail his perception checks for survival checks. I usually rest down there and respec Shadowheart. I forgot to, but I think we're going to do that. don't know if we're going to do that. I think we're going
Thing over
to
there.
wait now. Nah, we need those spells. We're about to go into a big combat. We'll respec Shadowheart now. I said during the first stream that I wasn't going to do a lot of respecking, and that I was going to try to only respec Shadowheart. And I might have lied. I might be wanting to respec Will as well. Yes, there are. I prefer Will as a Hexblade.
I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services. Be assured, it is not by choice. There are many
What are you,
answers to that
wrinkly
question.
old man lady?
None are important. Correct. No.
If you're not familiar with probably the extensive amount of content
Beyond mortal realms,
around,
there doth exist an
just like
amalgam
who's
of
Withers,
spirits akin to thine own,
if this is,
and
yeah, if you're new to this kind of whole thing,
treacherous cult
Withers,
of the
I think the general consensus is that he might be the
in its name.
god, or
They
former god,
bear great
Jurgle,
discontentment with their destiny.
who basically bequeathed, or his powers were given to
Of coin,
Bane,
I
Merkel,
might summon the worst
and
among them to lend
Ball?
aid
Yeah,
to thy undertaking.
they were divvied up between those three.
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind.
Wise words.
My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt
I've never
do
heard of the
with
word
them
proffer.
is for thee
What is the word
to
proffer? We're doing a little live, most willingly. Proffer, to hold out for acceptance. Interesting.
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave, because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
Just bringing the dead back to life. Okay, cool.
Indeed.
That was a long conversation that anybody who plays this game and restarts and restarts and restarts has been through one too many times. So maybe I didn't need to keep it slow on that one, but I felt like it.
Another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou
Thank
hast
you.
as thou desire.
I do desire. We're coming up on 40 minutes here. Like I said, my goal is to do 2 hours. If I decide to double down today and do 2 streams, I'll do two 2-hour streams if I can, or around about that. Here's what we're going to do. Can we go all the way back? Yes, we can. Alright, we're going to go back and change our high elf cantrip to a booming blade. I'm great at interrupting myself. I might do 2 streams today, so stay tuned for the second one. I'll let you know at the end of this one. But yeah, I don't know if I dex save versus a wisdom save. I still actually don't know on a fundamental level how saves, like spells that cause saves, roll in the background. And I don't know if I've given it that much effort, but yeah. It always confuses me a little bit. I think I'm going to make her a life domain cleric. We're going to emphasize her strength. I want her to be able to do some damage. She does not have any need to be charismatic, so we can give her an extra point there on her health. Again, I think I'm going to back down her wisdom so that her strength and her wisdom are the same. Might not be a super jump scare, 2 o'clock jump scare. Might not be a super optimized. Tell me what you think. Let me know. But for now, this is the way we're going to have her spec'd out. Leave everything the way it is. That's our Shadowheart. We're going to have to quickly go through and level her up. But that'll at least be nice for us to, moving forward, have someone who can tank a little bit and heal a lot. Get rid of Protect from Evil and Good, and I think Shield of Faith might be a wasted spell slot for her. So Bane feels better. It's interesting that she doesn't get Bless as a life cleric. Unless I made a mistake, but I don't think she does. Prayer of Healing, and maybe instead of Bane, we'll do... Enhance ability would be nice, but I'm afraid of her casting it too much during combat, which is a waste. Hold Person is always nice, those critical hits. Inflict Wounds, I think, is a waste of a spell slot when she can swing a mace. So, I'm going to give her Bane back. I think we'll rock with that. Stick with her there as a life cleric. That means we can now put heavy armor on her, which I don't think I have any, but... Did I not give her? Didn't she have like a special flail? Or did I choose not to? I think I chose not to take the flail during when we got our rewards from the Nautilus. That is true. Did not take the flail. I will give her that Morning Star though. That's nice. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. I'll take a peek here in the loot that we picked up and see if there's anything worthwhile. There's a bow. Short Bow of War. You deal an extra 1 to 4 on humanoids, giants, undead, constructs, celestial, and fiends. So that one pushes my dex up 1. The Dashing Fortunes. 1d4 of damage. Same weapon enchantment. I think I'm going to take that. I'm probably going to use it. Oh, I had a 17 dex. An extra 1d4 damage. To humanoids, giants, undead, constructs, celestials, and fiends. That's a lot. Humanoids is a lot. Let's see how that plays out. You know. I'll peek in here in the rare category too, because there's Amulet of Misty Step is nice, and the Brain Drain Gloves. We'll actually just take all of that. Brain Drain Gloves. When you deal psychic damage, you also inflict mental fatigue for 2 turns. Mental fatigue means they have a -1 penalty to wisdom, intelligence, and charisma saving throws. And when it fails, while having 5 or more turns, it takes damage. That's a lot of qualifiers to... Excuse me. A lot of qualifiers to keep track of. But I'll still equip those to Gale. That sounds like a thing he might use. Psychic damage. I don't know that he's going to be using psychic damage all that much. We'll go ahead and just put that on Shadowheart. Amulet of Misty Step might be best utilized by me for now. Until I get locked into a bunch of things that... Well, yeah, a bunch of armor and gear and stuff that requires me to use something else. Okay. Ringmail gets her to 14. I'm going to leave everything the way it is. I want to do that far too often. But my intent is for this to be just kind of a nice slow pace. Let's go enjoy this game together. Let's see if we can get Joe to the very end and save Baldur's Gate with a less than intelligent party, at least when it comes to combat. And I didn't long rest there. She's got a lot of spell slots. How does he... I think I'm gonna long rest. It's a good thing I didn't go trigger the fight. That could have been a problem.
One breath in, one breath out. Slowly, gently. You take stock of your senses. Your hearing is sharp, your mind is lucid. You feel no pain, no fever, no ill sensations. You are still you. Old questions give way to a new one. Shouldn't you have begun to change by now? Another breath in, another breath out. You can worry and wonder tomorrow. Until then, you must rest.
Okay, plenty of things to talk about.
So, not a tentacle to be seen?
Not yet.
Of course, first sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer.
He's an interesting guy, this
I don't think
Asterion.
poison is for me. Nor stabbing, come to think of it. I always felt decapitation was a fine choice.
I've never listened to this line.
Then nothing.
The fury that he like puts
But we were
into
talking about you.
decapitation is pretty funny.
What'll it be?
Decapitation it is, my man.
Now,
You and me both.
to use sword or axe or saw. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst-case scenario.
You're darn right it is.
If the last day has taught me anything, it's that the impossible is more likely than you think. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical.
You're darn right.
Abominations grow inside us. Our bones should
0.2%
ache,
body
our
fat
mouths
percentage on
should
Lae'zel
bleed.
here.
Yet we
The ideal
It is
human
madness.
form.
Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
Gale's like pretty mopey, just looking at himself in the mirror all the time during these first few nights.
Be with you in a moment. Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I? Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
Yeah, until recently, nothing at all.
Ah, yes. The good old days. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
Tim Downey. That's who voice acted this guy. I said I couldn't remember him or picture him.
My point
need to
is
keep going.
this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded.
He does a good
our
job.
heads remain clear and our blood temperature normal. Any
Tim
expert
Downey.
will agree
That's the
this
guy who
is
voice acts Gale.
abnormal.
They all do such a good job. But
That, alas, is where my knowledge fails me. A rogue might call it luck, a priest might call it fate. As for myself, I'm a pragmatic. I see the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
you're darn right. I'm really in my Captain America, you're darn right mood today. It's going to get redundant. Last chat stop here with Shadowheart.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same.
Gale lurking in the
Other than
background.
the
She's about to...
occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant? Agreed.
Trying to put in a little bit of
Can't
effort
take the lack of
into
symptoms for granted.
giving some thought into
All
what
right.
our
I've kept you from your blanket
half-orc
long enough.
ranger... I mean, you don't see a lot of half-orcs in the campaign that I can think of, so I'm kind of picturing him not cozying up to these people all that fast. But it's the end of day 2. We got there a lot faster than we got to the end of day 1. There was a lot to do. in day one. So just like last time, in case you're unfamiliar with some of these mods that I'm using to allow us to get the whole party all together all at once and automate them, it's the increased party limit size combined with the tactician enhanced mod. That's going to help rebalance the game difficulty wise. And then the automated combat mod is another one. Like I said, I've got the mod list posted in the VOD on my YouTube account at The Great Matsby. If you want to try out these mods yourself, download them, give them a shot. Okay, let's get after it. Let's go save the Grove for the first time of many. Getting past this first combat is such a checkpoint as far as this first, the Grove acts as like a bottleneck towards the rest of Act 1. So getting through this really clears up your freedom to go and experience the rest of Act 1. It kind of gets you out of the throes of this trial area period where you're essentially just testing things out and learning. We're going to use our Longstrider, which is just the fast version of camp casting. Longstrider on all of our people. Got AI toggled on everybody. Did Shadowheart? Oh, I respect her. Let's go ahead and just toggle her AI on and off then, because I would imagine it's not going to work properly otherwise. There's a lot of different ways to approach this fight. I've not identified one that's like the best, but approaching it from this elevated position feels like tactically the best way to go about it.
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
Interested in what everybody thinks about Aridin. It's kind of a jerk.
Now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates! Cannon! No!
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
A lot of criticism online about how foolish Will is to give up his elevated position in that moment just to stunt on these hoes, really. Zevlor going early, getting us that rallied condition that's pretty nice. Oof. That was a chunk of damage for Lays out. Alright. I've done it. I've put myself right to where I could shove this guy. I'm gonna shove him. Watching me play this with a full party under my control would be just a nightmare. You'd be watching the paralysis by analysis take over 5 or 6 times. Oh yeah, I forgot I got the strike series thing. Is that +1 to the attack roll or +1 to damage? I think let's find out. Let's not guess. +1 to damage. Nice. Okay. Let's do it. I didn't expect to play Joe as using his martial or just like melee abilities really at all, but he's had to a couple times in these last few fights.
Raiders! Charge those bastards! For the absolute!
He had 2 actions. When did we enter this? I'm trying to think of when we entered the spot in which enemies were going to have 2 actions because of the difficulty, or maybe it's just Zekrug as a character always has like an elevated ability. Ooh. I always try to take out the Booyog pretty early. I don't like magic users on the battlefield, they feel so dangerous. She's been carrying quite a bit of weight with that hold person. It's pretty nice.
My sickle and sword.
There's something so golden about the first playthrough of Baldur's Gate where you kind of don't know what's preventable and what's not, kind of what actions are like kind of canon and what's not. And so I think my first playthrough, I think Will died during this fight, and that was it. That was the end of Will. And of course my second, I think I restarted that playthrough, but later on, I don't have a bonus action. Let's see if I can make it through the grease here. Nope. I restarted that playthrough and later got Will. And I had never gotten Karlach in the first one, so I went back and then I killed Karlach with Will because I thought I had to, and he's like right on the main screen. He's the main character. And then I found out later that that was a mistake, so I restarted. And I think it was that 3rd or 4th restart that I eventually took all the way to the very end for the first time. No mods, nothing. I'm not even sure modding was out on console back then. Man, this is such a fun game if you love D&D stuff and lore in the world, and especially if you don't have access to a game. It took me a long time before I ever had like consistent access to a D&D game to play like in person, and this would have scratched that itch. Skyrim scratched that itch for a really long time. So I lost my strike series. Okay, strike series is the +1 to damage when. Oh, I lost concentration on that on a Hunter's Mark as well. See if we can take out this bugbear. Not quite. I think a lot of these combats early. Like I said, I don't know that the double XP is going to be game-breakingly changed, like game-breakingly just problematic, or if it's going to really help balance, because I know for a fact Honor Mode is hard enough when you're in control of all the decisions. Giving us that boost of just level and strength, I feel like might help us when your entire party wastes its first turn throwing grease bottles and
That was the last of them.
running 20 meters or 20 yards or feet or whatever, and stopping and ending your turn. So
Quite the fortifications for a wandering band of goblins to try and breach.
okay, Torm's Recompense, Arbiter of the Innocent, using Divine Smite, which we don't have. Tide Queen's Decree, when a creature's knocked prone or off balance, it must succeed a saving throw or become wet, and it gives you Gust of Wind. General's Legacy, you gain proficiency with all martial weapons. Could be useful for Will, but he's going to take Reverse Rain Cloak. You're always damp. Could be nice. I don't know if that gives you fire resistance or not, but that could be nice. After shoving an enemy, the wearer gains +1. Armor of the Sage Revenant Spectral Shroud, dealing necrotic damage to a creature with a targeted spell or cantrip, additionally deals 1 necrotic damage. Scales with your Wisdom ability modifier. I don't have a character that can use that very well. Okay, I think we're going to take this katana. When the wearer has 50... yeah. These aren't... That's actually kind of a bad draw. I think the damp cloak could be nice. I think it might provide a fire resistance, but maybe not. But taking this katana will be nice because it gives us 1 more finesse longsword. So that allows us to give that to a player with high dex or high strength and let them, you know, utilize it as useful. Or, yeah, as needed. Let's go ahead and loot these bodies. For some reason, I've never gotten the warg here to be looted. Some corpses just, it doesn't work. Oh, we just crossed over an hour. Thank you if you're joining. I appreciate it. We're crawling through our full start to finish honor mode playthrough with AI companions.
Children here, you fool!
We was running.
I think we can
for
do
our
it.
lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too. Unbelievable!
I always try to stop this fight if I can. I've got that, like, just good guy tendency. I don't have the chaotic spirit.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This
Got some of
man
my friends
saved
have it,
your
though.
pathetic life.
Playing with them is fun.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
Decent persuasion roll here. Oh. So I have an uncapped inspirations mod. It's gonna give me a little bit of leeway on rolls like this to just try to get the outcome that I want. There's later going to be some very serious rolls that I might just burn every inspiration I have on it.
Goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
It's another just a quirky way around this save scumming thing. We don't need that True Love's Caress. +1 to all skill checks could be nice. Don't need that. Tremor Axe. Plus strength +1 up to 22. 1d12 slashing. Perform a regular attack against the target, also causing a wave of disturbance in 20-foot radius, which will deal 1 slashing damage to all creatures and 4 to objects. Love it. I'm afraid of what that will do when I'm not the one in control of when we're using that. You cannot use action points in combat. You are permanently calm. All allies heal for 1 to 4 hit points at the start of your turn. Most of your abilities that can harm now cost an action. Most of your abilities that can heal or protect allies as well now cost a bonus action. So this would be taking Shadowheart essentially out of the fight entirely, but applying healing every single round. Okay, that I might. Here's the thing. Both of these are very niche items. I'm going to take the Cloak of Diligence and equip it on Joe. Yeah, I think that might have been. Sure, that was the right move. Not that there really are right or wrong moves here. Okay. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'll try to go through the loot, dump what I don't need, pick up what I do, and equip things. And so I'll try to do that in a chunk. I think that's probably the best practice going forward, is to try to equip items at the end of the day so that I don't spend a ton of time going into and out of
Do
inventory
not embarrass yourself. He is
where we
gone.
could just keep moving forward.
They'll slaughter us if we leave.
Kill some, go kill some gobos.
They're slaughtering us now! Someone's going to pay for this.
Arka, no, wait! What are you doing?
I'm kind of on her side, man. I like the call to action. I'm gonna get up here and save this woman from the bugbear assassin. Good start. She doesn't have a ton of health. Okay, he's surprised. That's nice. Wow. She's gonna... Well, yeah. This might be one of the only other combats we pick up on this long rest. Simply because I fear doing the Harpies without Karlach. That one can go sideways so fast if everybody gets charmed. Alright. It's like the Ranger's Quandary. You know what you're doing every single round. What we'll do is we'll talk to Nadira here.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
I believe you. But...
Care to explain why
be
you
honest
went
here.
to the hells?
Just telling the tooth, man. Just telling the tooth.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was due. Here.
Still trigger happy
Take
on
this.
skipping the dialogue.
It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead.
Amen, sister.
Consider it payment for saving my life.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
A lot of rewards to pick up for completing quests here if you're using the let's see, it's the Ancient Mega Pack mod that kind of does this. It shuffles things around. Stand like stone. Spend one turn of Force Conduit to become a strong bulwark that cannot be moved unwillingly. Not really good. Phantasmal Warden. While you are raging, your successful attack. That's such a good one. While you're raging, your successful attacks against foes heal all allies for 1 to 4 hit points, triggers once per turn. Roll 1 more on ability checks. That would be nice. Weapon attacks deal 1 force damage if you are Dragonborn or disguised as one. Ah, the hand crossbow with the smoke powder shot. Rune Smiter's Legacy. Killing a hostile humanoid with this warhammer restores a level 1 spell slot. Triggers no more than once per turn. That wouldn't be a bad thing if, yeah, it's a shame. I mean, that would be good for a ranger if he was a strength-based. Okay, yeah, I think the best one is getting those boots for Karlach. Would be stellar. I'm gonna move down here. I always wish you could go down onto that beach. I always feel like there's got to be something down there. I think one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap up. We're going to talk to Timber And we'll probably go down and talk to Will, recruit Will, and I'll level him up and do those things. And then we'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll jump back into it afterwards. These will be some DC checks. This squirrel. I'm scarred from a Dark Urge playthrough. Yeah, we'll go down to Will, get him, take a break, come back, finish out. 2 hours. I'm not going to kick the squirrel. I will take guidance, though.
You follow the squirrel's gaze to a pair of clumsy, ugly feet. Your own, on her territory. Looking around, her territory extends from one end of the grove to another.
It's crazy they put the kick her option first. For all of us button mashers who are just flying through all of the different prompts.
After a final squeak of warning, break the rules and there will be trouble, she scurries away.
Okay, thank you, Timber. We got a good, relatively good shield for Shadowheart. If you stand in darkness cloud, you gain Force Conduit. Dealing lightning damage, you gain lightning charges, but no more than 4. Here we go, the Pain Mace. +1 damage against stunned targets. You can use Stunning Strike, which is so nice. Strength and Intelligence, Bloodbound Blade. If it's bound to an Eldritch Knight or a Pact weapon, has a +1 to damage and attack. Additional damage equal to your proficiency bonus, so an additional 2 damage. After that, Gauntlets of Surging Accuracy when you use Surge. That is a hard decision to make. I have no idea what... Man. I have no idea what weapon I was going to give. I was going to give that katana to Will. But now I kind of want to give him this longsword. Missing out on the Pain Mace, that would be a bummer. Man. Stunning Strike is to... We don't have a monk in this playthrough. Having access to a monk attack is one thing that I don't really want to pass up on. So we'll give that to Shadowheart later. We can talk to Zevlor here. This is also the loop that I typically go through.
Hard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there.
I guess I do all my talking when they do it. I'm Joe.
Well met. I should warn you.
The D's silent.
Visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
I need a healer, man. Let's,
The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious...
I wish this guy would have been able to be a
She's with the other
party member.
In the inner grove.
I think I read somewhere that might have been a plan at one point. A friend of mine also told me that there might have been a plan
refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after
for like a bard werewolf origin character.
And it was
a halfling bard werewolf, I think is what he said.
Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
The descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly drowned.
I wish I knew more about the descent. Yikes.
So I hoped.
I think Joe's kind of
We've lost so
just
many
role playing my own
and more will die.
desire to be
forced out again.
palatable.
I've tried. Korga,
Yeah, okay.
their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though.
Kaga the snake.
I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I'll see what I can do.
Really?
Make all of my
We're messing
evil
with
companions
We owe you a great
annoyed.
debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Okay. Let's talk to Aaron here.
Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you.
I'm
Is
very
there
brave.
anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Other than they don't give you a specific timeline.
I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
Just tell me
Some
what you're
bits
selling,
and
my
bobs
man.
I no longer need.
Okay, here's something that if you do decide to use the Ancient Mega Pack, you've got these like void capsules that you can purchase that you can put these coins into, and you'll get like an item, and you can like re-roll it. Each void capsule I think can be used like up to 10 times or something like that. I'm used to playing with a virtually unlimited amount of money, and because I never really liked playing with the I never really liked the I guess just the economic system in this game. I wasn't really a fan of it, and I felt like that would be that would have been like a bridge too far for this playthrough, to just completely abandon the economic system, especially when you have something like a looting mod, you know, that you can kind of lean on to get you some extra money. So playing it as honestly as I want to, really. Sell all of this junk. Oh, except for the mithril. Why do I have that? It's crazy to think, actually, that, man, if the mithril is redistributed, that's kind of like that's no good. Oh, what a waste of my time. Can't believe I've done this. Can I add them all to wares, at least? Okay, let me send all of that to Astarion. That way it's at least sorted. Okay. I'm gonna have to... I thought I was gonna be able to sell him some stuff and get my money back, but looks like that might not be the case. Let's try to sell these weaker weapons if I have to. Okay. Okay, the real Sparky Sparks wall. When you take damage from a spell or cantrip, deal 1 to 4 lightning damage in return. That's pretty nice. Restraining someone causes a web. Attackers can't land critical hits, but they -4 to Constitution. That's not a great roll for his starting effects, really. Oops. I guess I'm going to be naked now at camp. That's too bad. Okay, let's just go down to Astarion and sell stuff until... Let's take all of his gold, and then I'm going to buy that Sparky Sparks wall. I really wasn't looking there, so I didn't sell anything that he had equipped. Yeah, he's still wearing his like normal gear. Bingo. That'll give us enough to get this. Huh? How much do I need for that? 580 and I have 572. You're kidding me. Okay. I'll have to come back for it. This is part of why I'm like, I'm not really into the whole economy thing in the game. There's limited resources out there. I'd like to be able to, but I mean, I think it is part of like D&D is being poor. Oh, Will, your face, my man. I don't know what it is. I think it might just be the Xbox Series S, but characters get acne face pretty bad. Look like gravelly every now and then.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't.
You will be actually if you wait. You just gotta. For those who know.
Enough time to run. Come on.
I guess he'll be more like you.
I believe in
probably.
you. You can do this.
It's good advice, child.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
That's right.
Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Respect.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her.
This man suffers from main character syndrome so bad.
Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer.
I wonder canonically how old he is.
Damned illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent.
He strikes me as like 24.
She'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Yeah, I just suggest we partner up. I'm not promising you to go devil hunting. This happens every now and again. I think it's with the party
I'd be a fool
mod.
To let you turn your back.
Sometimes the audio files don't just.
And I'll pledge you mine. I'll presume that's Githyanki for yes. Now let's move.
The famous blade of frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Oh my.
Love that.
This is going to be a fun journey.
Okay.
Again, any questions, children?
You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go respec him. And I'm gonna take 5. And then we'll jump back in and keep on moving forward here. I'll try to do this relatively quickly.
As thou desire.
I think he just deserves. He belongs as a Hexblade Warlock far more than he does. I know that there's kind of like lore differences between the Hexblade and the Fiend, and obviously he's pacted to a Fiend. But with a name like the Blade of the Frontiers, and an emphasis on martial prowess, I think think that's probably, yeah. I just think he belongs far more as a Hexblade Warlock than a fiendish one. And now we'll level him up. And giving him Booming Blade as a cantrip right out of the gate is pretty nice. Again, I'm thinking here of what is he going to cast with his spell slots, you know, when I'm not in control. And okay, good. I don't want him to be casting Arms of Hadar. I don't really want him to be casting... There's a lot of really powerful Warlock spells that I might try to avoid because of their AoE effect and what that might do to the run and to the world around us. That I'd rather him just stick to the martial stuff, stay mobile. I'll give him Pact to the Blade, even though it's redundant. Because I'm wanting to actually contain the quantity of spells that he's rocking with here. Okay, that's our man. I think we can go ahead and outfit him here, give him some better gear. Scale mail will do just fine. I don't think I have anything else of interest. Yeah, I'm not going to waste much time in there. Okay, and I'll give him this katana. We can go ahead and give Shadowheart the Pain Mace.
Whatever it takes.
And that'll do it. Okay. Our party is beginning to take form. We are just now down to missing Karlach is the last one here in the first act. Oh yeah, I did pick this. I meant to, I should have just read that instead of pick it up, but I forgot to download this mod until after we started our playthrough. But it's a color mod, it just adds a bunch. Let's see. You may also find them in the Nautiloid chest near Shadowheart or summoning via one of the multiple mods. Oh, the training chest. But we're not going to be able to get it, I think. We're not going to be able to get the additional dyes and things like that that come with that mod, so. At least not for a while.
Sir,
Any questions,
are we
children?
gonna have to fight hobgoblins?
Hobgoblins. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause right here, and we're going to take 5. Oh, okay, I had myself muted. Nice. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'll go ahead and kill the camp of goblins by myself. That'll make them nice and excited.
Thanks.
I
prefer when they smile.
One of the things I said when I accidentally muted myself was we're going to go through a couple of dialogues here in the camp that are just easy to miss, or the grove, that are just easy to miss, and they help flesh out the nature of like what's taking place at the grove right now.
Sorry, I've never seen your face is, well, I should get back to it.
Not going to use the half-orc responses here. Half-orcs are canonically just so grumpy.
Nothing but goblins in the
Cruel.
wild out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out.
We need our hero to be a hero here.
Need to be ready for a fight, but I'm useless with a sword.
I've actually not ever had to use this one, but let's go ahead and give it a shot here. There we go.
Like this, you mean?
I love all the different ways that you can like get this guy to attack his target based on what your race is, what your class is, what your specializations are.
Put it to good use? Oh, yes.
Good advice.
I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Okay. And that should have gotten us a axe as a reward. Little inspiration point.
Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
This is one of those situations where I will almost always do what Lae'zel will approve of, because I think approval from her is harder to come by, and
Lower.
approval from Shadowheart's easier to get. So yeah, building up Lae'zel's approval here is it's -2 to Shadowheart, +10 to Lae'zel.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
By the dead gods, are all giths so brutal?
Brutal?
I think racism kind of comes naturally to Will.
I was positively gentle.
Maybe not, I don't know. Just, I guess the Gith are easily hated by all races that are in Faerun, or in the Sword Coast at least, because of their cruelty.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Yeah, I'll take that deal. It's a good deal.
A shell so thin requires little to crack it. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the, well, I shall not say culture.
Eye roll.
Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
If you've never played a Githyanki main character and talked to Lae'zel and gone through that whole interaction before, her dialogue changes a little bit, which I think is interesting. It's just one of 1,000 small little quirks that changes in this game as you play it time and time again.
My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most
characters.
of my equipment in Elturel.
We can sell more of our wares here to this fella, and that will help us go and buy that shield. Currently have a Starian carrying most of our goods. Ugh. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's just see how many things we can sell here. Go. You can see why I've so frequently mentioned that I just don't love the economy of the game, because it requires you to do this, which is, I think, tedious at best. Okay, well, we've displaced his gold. This will give you superiority die and war priest points with a 10% chance if someone tries to attack you and they miss. So it could be nice. Nothing special here other than just +1 weapons. I might come back and clear him out of arrows later. I guess that shield might be the only thing that he has that's really nice. and I would rather have the other shield. So we can go ahead and leave that. We'll be coming back to him later. While we're down here, we can talk to... Oops. We can talk to Auntie Ethel. Friendly neighborhood hag, if you don't know.
It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness there's an awful slump. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
And for this one, it's important to kind of always just skip straight to the store and buy what you want to buy from her, because you can accidentally make her leave the grove. Whoa. That would be cool if I wanted to use it. Yeah. That's how much gold it requires? That's crazy. I've never done this buying of the elixirs. Yeah, never done it with without using like a money mod. It's kind of impressive that people are able to do it. Because buying, I mean, am I wrong? Yeah, 1,000. I don't have that kind of money. Okay. Well, I wasn't planning on buffing my martial characters every day. Like, it's so common. Like, I mean, most people will buff their martial characters with that every day and kind of min-max in that way, where they won't even put any points into their strength, buy those potions, and then you can kind of get through the whole game with like 21 or 23 strength. Try to be friendlier, dude.
Mum. Now please do feck off. Them devils ain't local. They're refugees. Fella who runs this place offered them shelter. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now. Don't know what I expected. That much gold for some long-lost relic. And from a wizard, too. I should have known. The gold probably turns to lead the moment you leave Baldur's Gate. Stupid thing to die for. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never realized that there's a version of the map that you can go get. Interesting. I don't know what the map leads to, but I mean the Night Song, allegedly, but I wonder how useful it actually is. Probably not much.
Need anything else? Of course. But please,
all right,
remember,
let's get our shield here.
You're not the only one in need.
Oh no. I was afraid that would happen. I think I read something about that where the first time you
Sylvanus be with you.
get to use a trader's inventory, they have equipment from the random equipment distribution mod, but if you leave it, you can't buy it. So looks like we missed out there. All right, we need to turn on the auto combat here for Will and make sure we bind his packed weapon here. It's important that he does that. Okay. I think the next thing we're gonna do is go get Karlach. I think it's worth our time to go get Karlach. How much do we We have a couple of long... Yeah, we've got short rests. I think we can take the long way around to go get her. Experience this in here. Oh, wait. No, I'll need to go up top.
Your
Okay.
hands are shaking. Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of...
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If
think
you
it's-
ever had it to begin with.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't think I'm going to be doing anything here. I'm gonna...
Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm
Let 'em.
chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed.
Here it comes, you little beast.
Yep. Not that blessed.
That goblin won't be the last.
It was wrong.
It was justice. Or the start of it.
Well, rest in peace, Saza. In the past, I've saved her many a time just to get into the grove, or into the goblin camp. You know, letting her die might have been a mistake, and I forgot that we were playing on Honour Mode. Oops. Alright, here's what we're going to do in here. This... Oh, yeah, he doesn't have Long Strider either. I will. Alright. He's probably going to get shot.
Best tread
We're going to try to go to turn-based mode. And I'm going to use my Misty Step here for the halibut. Oof. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay. That could have been bad. Him rolling so low in initiative. Yeah. Rolling that low in initiative was going to tank a lot of hits there, which I still probably will, but getting everybody else involved was essential. I've never had this guy die before. The little halfling druid. Whew. But he starts out the fight with 3 hit points, so let's see if he'll survive it. Okay, there we go. Lazel's doing some damage, man. Okay, let's see. Does that take my action? Nice, it does not. Okay. Cool. Recipe for success here. Who has not gone? Is it this one? It's this one up here. Can I shoot you from where I'm at? I could. Let's do that. I'm gonna use Dread Ambusher shot on her. Nice. Target's too close. Regular shot on him. Bummer. Okay. Oh, okay, I did turn off the... I don't know what you call those, but the animated statues that cast explosions at the party. I always appreciated a warlock because, especially with Will, being wasteful with your spell slots is like a moot point because you're going to get them back after a short rest. Really getting clearing through some of these smaller, less dangerous combats. Which feels nice because I mean, this one felt dangerous just at the jump because I got sucked into it and I wasn't really expecting it, but some combats looking at you, whispering deaths are just terrifying, and it could be a real chance at a Ray of Enfeeblement. Where did she get that from? Did she cast that from a scroll? I still can't tell if the party can use stuff that's in my inventory or not. I kind of think they can. I don't know. I don't know how she got a Ray of Enfeeblement. Alright. Just one left, right? Just you. Hunter's Mark. My first ever time playing through as a ranger, I was a Beastmaster Ranger, because I feel like that's just like what you think of when you think of a ranger. You think of Drizzt, the Drow Hunter Ranger and his Panther companion. You think of this like man and beast thing, and but man, the moment I like discovered Dread Ambusher, it's so nice. It's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Because it just does that like
I thought I was gonna die
ranger stealthy thing so much better.
They were asking questions about a weapon. I told them.
I actually have never learned what weapon they're talking about.
I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Thank you. Keep Dominate Beast would be nice. The Defender Great Axe, making your first attack of the round, you can reduce the weapon's enchantment by 1 to increase your armor class and saving throw by 1. When foes take damage from your Eldritch Blast, they receive glacial destruction until the end of the turn. If the creature dies while under this condition, it inflicts that for 2 turns on its allies.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Master's Cloak of Air. You are surrounded by a calm storm. Within 10 feet, you and nearby allies gain resistance to thunder damage. Your movement speed increases. That's kind of nice. Gravity Shard. Force penetration. When you take damage, enemies must succeed a strength saving throw of 5 or become slowed for 1 turn. Circlet of Hunting. You get 1d4 bonus on attack rolls against creatures marked by Hunter Mark. True Strike. Okay. Ah. That's so hard. I want these 3 so bad. Oh man, I'm gonna take this one though. It's way too useful. Put a little tiara on our grizzly green fella. Go ahead and just hide that. No one will ever know. Okay, moving on. Yep. Alright, we got some looting to do. So, a little quick loot here. We're going to go ahead and need to go and deactivate this up here. And let's see if we can have Astarion. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up just in case. And we're gonna disarm this. Now I had to do a lot of sleight of hand stuff. Oh, I didn't realize Joe had the key. Ironwood Club. 1 to 4 while imbued with Shillelagh. Not something we'll be using probably for a long time or maybe ever. Alright, let's take Joe. We'll separate him. We are going to go down and pick up the key off of that fella. Oh, that's how Joe had the key. He looted it off that guy. No, I'm still going to... Come on, Joe. Get to moving. We're coming just up over the 2-hour mark. If I can do it quickly, as in like in the next 10 minutes or so, Oops, what am I doing? Oh, Joe. You're lucky there's a hill there. I think we're going to have to save getting Karlach for later. Stay off. Because it's just going to take significantly longer to get down there than what I thought. Oh, I remember now the direction I wanted to go with that. I knew I came down here for a reason. Okay, yeah. I think that's a good starting point, or stopping point for us, actually. Thank you for watching if you have been. If you missed the first one, go check it out on my YouTube at The Great Matsby. You can find the link in the description. You'll also find links to all the mods that I'm using. We're going to go until this Honour Mode campaign fails, until we lose via a TPK. And hopefully we'll be able to journey through the whole thing together and beat the game. If you enjoyed it in any kind of way, I'd appreciate the support. Like, follow, subscribe, all of those things. Yeah, stick with me. We'll be back here in about 5 or 10 minutes. So, thanks for watching, guys.